Hey, how is everybody? Doing well, I hope. Alrighty. Hey, Aegeans. Okay, so my connection health for my stream, like the little indicator goes from green to yellow to orange to red to green to yellow to orange and up and down, up and down. So I have no clue what's going on. So if things are all over the place, I'm terribly sorry. But yeah, I don't know. Hopefully we can do a little more on this, do a little more chatting. The usual, really. How has everybody been today? Hey, Bomb. Hey, Free. I have been trying desperately to make this thing work. It's been going well so far, I'd say. So, yeah. Yo, hey. Hey, Rosie. It's nice to see you. So how'd you guys like, what was it? Episode 100. How was everybody's opinions on that? Fuck. They can see me. Nope. 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 If I break eye contact, they can't get me. Whew. That was close. Now then. So yeah, episode 100 finally occurred. I'm going to be looking into messing around with this replay mod that I've heard so much about. People keep linking me the replay mod, but like, I've never really bothered to fuck around with it. I'm not going to lie, I haven't really cared up till this point. But I've heard that it allows you to get good quality footage for, various things. Oh, and is the music too loud? I changed the volume a tiny bit. Space Spout Go Boom. Yeah, it did have a bit of an explosive happening there, but everything's fine. It's back to normal. It's all good. Now, it's going good, Red X. Haven't gotten time to rewatch the VOD already, so that's all right. It was definitely one of the more interesting things that I've done to Space Falcon is changing everything to TNT. The music is a bit loud, okay. I can never tell, because I went back and rewatched the VOD. There we go. I went back and rewatched the VOD of episode 100, and I couldn't hear any of the music. So I don't know. How's it now? I've adjusted it. Hopefully that's good enough. So I couldn't really tell you. Hopefully it's not just like... Let me check and be sure. Yeah, it's coming through. The music was louder than me. Good God. Okay, yeah. What about now? Hey, FC Hobbit. How are you? Good enough, okay. So yeah, it's just been thinking about what I want to do to show the place off. I picked out the track that I wanted to use for the cinematic a while ago, and I got permission, and I bought it from this guy. It's a cover of one of my favorite classical music pieces, because when I made the original cinematic in late 2020, it ended up getting demonetized because it was some orchestra had done it. And so I couldn't use that version, so I had to use a different version. And I'm looking forward to it. It should pan out. You're awake in here. Okay, well, hey, Space Nerd. Welcome. Welcome to being awake. Last I talked to you was a mere 12 hours ago. At 3 a.m. But yeah, it's all been going pretty well. Okay. I'm gonna just go right into questions. Also, one last thing, get hype. Tonight is No Life. More No Life stuff. Should be interesting. Hey, Ego Bum. Bum Bum. But yeah, I'm just gonna get into the the questions here. Let's see here. Have I ever been to Japan? No, I have not. And I've not really ever had a desire to. It's weird. Like, I love anime. I don't actually dislike Japanese culture. But, like, going just doesn't sound interesting to me. At least not right now. Maybe my opinion will change. Wow, that is loud. That track is loud. There. But yeah, I've not really had much interest in going to Japan. It just isn't the sort of thing that appeals to me. But then I also don't care to go to Europe or to Australia or any of that. Yes, I'm making a Guardian fun. None of that is also in any way appealing to me. So like I don't care to like go wherever. Hope it does, especially considering my studying language. I liked it. Okay, well, I'm glad you liked it. It's not that I wouldn't like going, it's the idea of going. It's the idea of getting on a plane, flying for, 14 hours? Nothing about that sounds appealing in the slightest. Like, actually going there, staying in a hotel, I don't know, just the whole situation just feels like, I'm not that hyped. I'm just not. I'm a homebody. I enjoy staying home. I enjoy fucking around in games. I enjoy talking with people on Discord and, like, just being me. So I don't know. I'm not really against travel, but, like, I don't know. How's it going with me? I haven't been to the streams in a while. Oh, well, we had, in other news, unrelated, but going with me type news. We had the memorial for my grandparents. They passed away about 2 weeks ago now. See, my grandfather passed away on the 4th, so he passed away about 10 days ago. My grandmother passed away on Christmas, on the eve, in the night of Christmas, rather. Early hours of the morning. So yeah, the family's been doing well. Otherwise, like, they all pretty well came to accept it a lot like I had. So there weren't any, super depressing, nobody was crying their eyes out, that sort of thing. Like, everybody was just, they're at peace now, that sort of attitude, Yeah. Mind if you ask what country I'm in? I'm in America. I'm painfully American, as I've said before. But yeah, I mean, it's sad, we do the best we can with what we're dealt. But they lived long, full lives, and I have nothing but fond memories of them. And I will carry those memories with me forever. So I'm not torn up about it. So, it doesn't matter that much. But yeah, I'm doing fine otherwise. Alcohol helps? No, alcohol does not help. Alcohol helps you to temporarily forget, but it doesn't actually solve your problem. I'll never forget the episode of The Simpsons where they outlawed alcohol for the episode, and then by the end, they realized everybody was going so fucking crazy that they absolutely needed their booze. And then Homer delivers this smash hit takeaway line toward the end of the episode: to alcohol, the cause of and solution to all of life's problems. And I was just like, oh my god, that is an amazing mindset. I hate it. And yeah, like, no, I have never been into alcohol. Alcohol has always been on my shit list. I will never drink. Never. I've seen it do too much damage. I'm like 80% certain as well that my uncle is alcoholic. One of my uncles, not, And I'm just like, yikes. So no, I'm good. Yeah, but sorry for me. Sorry for my loss, I guess. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah. You meant flying on a plane, not the personal stuff, for clarification. Oh, well, I don't know. Alcohol helps flying the plane. Ah, that's what you meant. Again, I don't know. I would really rather not be drunk in any situation, because you never know when you're going to need your wits about you. you never know when shit can go south, and you being able to soberly think of a situation, what to do and what not to do. So yeah. Say that before the subject focus came. Ah, gotcha. Yeah, my eyes fell on that comment in, well, in the way that it fell on them. Shit happens. Oh well. But yeah, it's been good otherwise, so, you know, you should stick around, FC Hobbit. You missed episode 100 of Building with Jack. How could you? You casual fan. You Minecraft stan. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, it's definitely... Life has been a process, you know. I'm hoping this cinematic will get some recognition and some traction. Like, I really need to get some recognition and some traction. After 100 episodes of hard work, like, it really does kind of need to take off, and I really do want people to see it, and like there to be this understanding that I've poured more effort into it than what you saw on Fit's video. Because Fit's video is like about 3 years outdated, I want to say. 3 years and some change. So yeah. Have I ever played Constantium? No, I have no intention of playing Constantium. I've been on there enough times that I could count it on one hand. Can't stand the taste of beer or alcohol too. It's just bitter. Don't understand people like that stuff. Yeah, it's one of those things where people have an acquired taste, and they never really kind of like get over it, but they'll force themselves past the taste in order to get the effect. I've only ever heard from my parents that alcohol burns, which, yeah, alcohol, especially high content alcohol drinks, it attacks the tissue in your throat. Alcohol is reactive. It's literally burning your throat because it's trying to react with the soft tissue in your esophagus. Like, holy shit. You're literally drinking something that's like slightly caustic. Why? Why would you willingly do that to yourself? That's the part I don't get. So I don't know. It's just one of the many mysteries, I guess. What are we at? 5 minutes. Okay, cool. This is my last invis potion. So I'm going to have to flee the moment the invisibility wears off. Because these guys will light me the fuck up. But anyway, yeah. Oh, hey, Noah. Hey, Moody. I'm doing great. I'm doing great for everything considering. I also found out that school starts up next week. And I did say that I was going to, like, tone down my schedule somewhat for school. I don't know anymore. I'm going to play it by ear, and we'll see if streaming every night in the weeknight is, like, too much with schoolwork and other things. We'll see. It's pretty much acid. If I recall, alcohols are actually basic, not acidic. But, I don't know. I know carboxylic acids are very closely related to alcohols. But they're not 100% the same compound, and they don't have the same chemistry. And they definitely will fuck you up. That's for sure. So I don't know, we'll see. We'll see if alcoholism is something people continue to have in the future, or if that's something people kind of learn to grow out of. Like smoking. I hope people... Oh my god, my grandparents, the ones that just passed away recently, they smoked their whole lives. And there's just something about it. To this day, the smell is nostalgic. But at the same time, like, it's so bad. Oh, it's so terrible. I genuinely don't understand how people take up habits like that. Especially something like smoking. That's the part that I don't get. But oh well. Not my problem, I guess. Okay. But anyway, ethanol is no good. Yes, exactly. Calocism. Calicosun. That's it. Okay. Sorry, I was partially brain damaged when I tried to pronounce your name. What are we at? 2 minutes, 50. All right. Doing push-ups helps you when you're stressed. Well, that's because any form of exercise is a stress reliever. And that definitely helps you to, like, manage those feelings. That's a good source of it. You know, that's a good outlet for that. Some beers are really good. Well, I imagine so, but I'm not entirely certain that I want to get hooked on it anyway, you know. What happened? You left for 2 minutes. You mean, oh, you may not have heard me say my grandparents passed away about 2 weeks ago. That might be the only thing you missed. I'm not sure, Ego Bum. But, well. Some of your friends and family are heavy drug users. Oh my god. Yeah, some of them will not make it to their 60s. Actually, okay, if I may scare as many of you away from drug usage as I can possibly scare you, okay? If I can, just for a second, scare the ever-living shit out of you, here's one of the unspoken, truly horrific downsides to heavy drug use. This is something you will not hear in a program or in any sort of, you know, anything like that, okay? When you use drugs, most of these drugs are opioids, or they're opioid adjacent. When you use them, you build up a tolerance for them. And if you are a hard drug user and you use a lot of these and you somehow don't overdose and die, when you make it to whatever the end of your life looks like, whether that's your 60s, in some cases it's even your 70s and 80s. I've heard of hard drug users making it that long. Here's the unfortunate thing you have to look forward to. Because you have abused these substances for so long, because you are so tolerant and so resistant to these things, guess what? When you are lying, dying on your deathbed of whatever disease takes you, the hospice nurses who attend to you will be almost incapable, depending on how hard your drug use, almost incapable of truly helping you, because you will be so drug resistant to so much of the stuff you've taken that things like morphine, fentanyl, buprenorphine, hydromorphone, and so many other drugs that are intended for the usage of end-of-life care will be utterly worthless and totally ineffective on you. Simply because, as a hard drug user, you have become so tolerant to these things that they are now worthless. And so you will be, at the end of your life, sitting in a hospital bed, dying, and the medicines that would otherwise be used to help ease your pain will be worthless. And so you will have that be at least 10 times, if not more, worse than what it could have been. So you're not only killing yourself in the now and in the here and now, you're making your suffering potentially at the end of your life 10 to more times worse than it needs to be. So, like, just beware. Just be aware of that. It's just not worth it to do that. Drug usage is definitely terrible. Oh, wow. Oh, that's right. I disabled the fog and the, I upgraded the render distance. Yeah, wow. Look at how all this... Oh, my. I've never seen so much of the Nether all at once. Owie. Give me your tear. Damn it. Asshole. Oh well. But yeah. Oh wow, there's a fort right there. Huh. Plain as day. Fort over there too. Wow, who'd have guessed? And a fort right fucking there. Jesus, they're just everywhere. So you mean to tell me in the early episodes when I was trudging around on the back of a Strider, all I had to go was just like 300 blocks that way? Damn. You know, I bet if I go into the end, I can see all the way. Because I, until I removed... Or no, that was it. And on my Space Valk 3 single-player world, I increased the render distance to an absurd level. And I hadn't yet gone into my hardcore world. But when I went back to spawn, I could see out from here 30 chunks. Let's kick it up. Let's kick it up a notch. Yeah. You can see across the 1 kilometer void to the outer lands. Holy crap, that's cool. So that'd make like elytra hunting and shulker hunting a lot easier. Come to me. Come on. I need pearls. I can remember a time when you could crit an Enderman with a sharp 5 diamond sword under the effect of strength 2 from like a beacon or whatever. And you could one-shot an Enderman. I remember those days. I wish they hadn't tweaked sharpness and all those other things so much. Thank you for talking about that. Yes, you're welcome. You're welcome, Zebraman. Yeah. You accidentally turned on opioids when you were recovering from a car accident because you were afraid of them. Yeah, I don't blame them. I don't blame you. Opioid addiction is very, very real and very, very easy to inadvertently fall into. It's nothing short of frightening. And see, as someone who worked in end-of-life care for a good many years, I saw what that did to people. Like, many a time, I would, there would be a patient at the hospice house where I visited and worked. There'd be a patient wailing, and they were almost uncalm-downable, simply because they were resistant to lorazepam, they were resistant to the morphine, they were resistant to things like hydromorphone. They were in an absolute state. Like, Jesus Christ. And yeah, that was some harrowing shit. Going in days where people were just, ugh. And there's nothing you really do for them. It really is something. It really is. Oof. So yeah, don't do drugs, kids. That shit will make you rue the day you were born. In one form or fashion. There we go. That should auto brew. Cool. But yeah, enough scary shit. In America, it's really strict. You were culture shocked when you went to Japan and nobody cared. Or carded you, yeah. In America, you have a beard and all, you still get carded. Well, the thing of it is, what are we talking about? Smoking, I believe? Yeah, it's much more common, much more culturally accepted thing to smoke in Japan, so nobody really cares. As long as you're 18, that's about it. Oh, when Markiplier was in the hospital, doctors didn't believe him. Oh yeah. Well, now I'm fully of the opinion that you should use opioids like morphine, hydromorphone, Norco, etc., Percocet, and so on. Those things should be used, but only for their medically necessary applications. You know, this is not a joyride. In other words, this is, you know, someone's livelihood. This is somebody's quality of life. This is, you know, this is someone on their deathbed. Like, I'm fully in favor of that being the norm. Just that, yeah, there are so many drug seekers who, they ruin it for everybody. They really do. It's a damn shame, too. But hey, there's not much we can do about it, so. Drug seeking, or drug diversion, that's the name of it. That's a very serious thing. It's very common. I was like, I knew that had a name. But yeah, life goes on, I suppose. Now then, let's see here. Outside of entertainment, what else did I get out of the Monogatari series? Oh, Monogatari series was amazing. Well, aside from just the raw entertainment, I got to see a really cool spectrum of character development. And the really interesting part was seeing how you had characters go from being either pieces of shit to each other, or they were, you know, less than friendly, we'll say. And you have people go from that to actually growing as characters. The character development, oh shit, that's 36. The character development and the writing in Monogatari is superb. Like, there are very few other shows that are consistently that well written, that make you think, or they challenge you in some fashion. I genuinely like Monogatari is an amazing series. It really is. And obviously it has the sexy fan servicey stuff that some people will be turned off by, you know. Can't help that. That's anime. But it's not bad in and of itself. It can actually be quite endearing in some cases. I don't know, it depends. Wow, that's maximum render distance, 64. In all directions. All that the light touches shall be our kingdom. Even where the light doesn't shine. Because this world is fucking mine. So yeah. Do I have any pets? Oh yeah. Yeah, I've got that whiny cat lying on my bed right now. She is currently not awake. So she doesn't really give a shit. It's a running theme with her. Oh damn, wither skeletons. I only wanted some blaze. Some blasé. What the fuck? Oh, that's right. That's a remnant of the experimental snapshots. I forgot about that. Damn. Okay, wow. So my blaze spawners are all pig spawners, I think. I wouldn't be shocked. Owie. One blaze rod. Wow. So generous. I just wanted a few more because I'm going to need them for potions. This damn potion blaze rod requirement is, like, obnoxious now. I didn't used to think of it. But then I had everything duplicated to hell and back then, so it didn't matter. Owie. You're fired. Who here is old enough to actually know or have seen The Apprentice? Back when Donald Trump was like actually just the dude on The Apprentice and nothing more. Ow. Who here remembers how much of a phenomenon You're Fired ended up being? There are many deaths in European countries with higher mass shooting rates. Really? Many Latin American countries are worse for gun deaths. Oh yeah. Yeah. You don't hear anything about the Latin American gun violence because it's not, A, we don't live in Latin America, and B, Latin America is predominantly lawless. There's like, the police are either highly corrupt or non-existent. And that's just for starters. Like, drug cartels, oh my god. The amount of gang-related and drug-related violence simply because of the cartels is astonishing. And so, yeah, you don't really have any light being shed on that, and you probably never will while the current power structures remain. Because it's not advantageous to mention it or talk about it. Nobody else cares. Those countries don't exist as far as certain media types are willing to let it be known, you know? Let me guess, this is also a pigly spawner. Yep. Owie. Wow. No thank you. Try to get some of these guys to despawn. I don't want just 11 rods aren't too good. Motherfucker. Went to the wrong slot. I don't even know where I was. 11. I didn't even get a blaze rod out of that. Whoa. Man. Not even one wither skull. Haha. Can't go through. Oh my god. Like 5 more of them. Anyway. I really wish these zombie piglins would just leave. Haha. Got into a fight, huh? Ow. Come back. Wasn't done with you. Damn it. Give me a skull. Well, at any rate, should go to Chicago. Haha, Chirac. Yeah, I don't blame you. You are not far off the mark on that one. Holy fuck. It must be because I'm not wearing a chest plate. Got him. So many damn wither skeletons. I really just wanted blaze rods, but oh well. I'll take it while I'm here. If I can maybe get a singular skull. Maybe. Why'd he go off that way? Fuck it. Too close. Damn piglins, too close. Sorry guys, I'm just having to concentrate way too much on this. Hey, 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 I'm here. Let me kill you. I've seen how all too easily these things can just hop up on top of you and they deal so much damage so quickly. Could you imagine if Mojang had given them iron swords? Or if they could spawn with enchanted stuff in addition? Oh my god, I can't juke and jive like I used to in this tiny ass corridor. There we go. Yeah, wow, getting shot down a corridor is not fun. Oh, diamond horse armor. Whatever. Okay, I got what I came for. Phew. Okay, enough of all that. Now then, be careful. Yeah, don't worry, I am. Or I was. Now then, where was I? Phew. Let's see here. Wow, it's a shame it doesn't maintain my momentum through a portal. Speedy thing goes in, but speedy thing doesn't come out. Such a shame, really. You do this channel, you love watching me while doing homework. Well, thank you, Palm. Do your homework. $22. That'll work. Let's crack these into equal amounts. Okay, cool. I don't have an infinite water source up here, I guess. Oh, that's right. I was initially going through the Nether to get to the new where the Guardian farm is. I was like, why did I go through the Nether again? It wasn't just to get blaze rods, it was something else. But now that everything's good. So yes, let's see here. Do I play on other servers aside from 2B2T and Constantium? No, I do not. I mean, I guess you could count No Life, but that's really more for like that's for like a game show-ish type thing. No Life doesn't really count. Okay. Wow, this current is hard to fight against. There we go. Now I can get back to what I was doing. Yeah, do I think I'll ever face reveal? No, I will never face reveal, sorry. If not, why not? Because I don't ever want to. I don't like the idea of a face reveal. I don't like that that's a standard. That's just something people do, sure, but like, why do I have to be like everybody else? Like, if I don't want a face reveal, sure, but everybody just expects it at this point. It's really kind of like, it's a pain. Like, it really just is. Like, I'd honestly expect people to like me more for who I am and less of who I look like or what I look like, you know? And I realize there's a psychological thing, like, people want a face to associate to a name or to a voice, in this case. And that's fine. I understand that idea fully. I'm just as simple-minded too, so I completely understand. But personally speaking, I do not want to face reveal ever. If I can do it. If I can get away with it. In my more foolish youth years, I did face pictures of my face and stuff. Those may or may not still be floating around on 2B2T and other places. I couldn't tell you. But as for like a webcam and all that shit, no. You ain't getting that, sorry. I do have other plans though, in a similar vein, I guess. But that's for whenever I can get those plans finalized and those efforts fixed. I've been so inundated with stuff even throughout the holidays, I haven't really had the chance to get it all settled. Where are we at? 5 minutes. Okay. Wow. That current. Damn, that current will lift you up and toss you. That's what I like to see, because that's how the Guardians deserve to be handled, or manhandled. But yeah, anyway, let's see here. Any crazy, stupid school stories that I've experienced before? Ooh, yeah, I have a few. This one's embarrassing, so I don't know that I want to really tell it, but I had a crush on a girl, and like, I took it a little too far, and I'm so glad this was back in the pre-internet days. I'm not gonna say what I did, I'm not gonna say where I lived or anything like that. So you're not getting any really big details. But it was creepy what I did. I'm very ashamed that I did that, but thankfully nothing came of it. I pretty well don't have to worry about it. I can kind of just bury it in the back of my memory and go, okay, I'm not some stupid horny teenager, you know, it's whatever, and then just move on with my life. But I'm not going to say what that is or anything. You can fill in the details on your own if you like. Hopefully nobody has any clue beyond that and cannot fill in the details on their own. Any other school stories of that nature? Do I use sodium Optifine? I use Optifine, yeah. But, I don't use sodium. I've never had to. I don't need to, apparently. My render distance and my ability to play the game is, for the most part, unhampered. Although, render distance of what, 60 4. Let's just shrink that down. I don't think I need all that extra render distance. I'm getting, what, 30, 25 FPS? It must be all the bubble particles that are affecting my FPS. Because I do not seem to be getting a solid 60 FPS, but I do a lot of laggy stuff, so that's really not too shocking. I don't know. Finally managed to get through 100 plus priority. Oh, wow. Yeah, that is fast, unfortunately. Man, priority queue is 100? Fucking hell, I feel bad for you guys. Oof. Like, I thought the people who would, like, put their computer on, go to school or go to work, and then be at, like, halfway through the regular queue, I thought those people had it rough. Damn, imagine paying $20 a month to sit in a 100-person long line. Not even once. I'm so ashamed of myself that I ever stooped to that level. I'm so glad I don't ever have to worry about that bullshit again. Except for maybe one last time. There is actually, unironically, one last 2v2t thing I do want to do. But that will probably be a video and not a live stream or anything like that. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Now then. I've noticed that most of my guardians have ended up in around where the trough is going to be. So that's filling me with hope that this system is going to work. It's not the most amazing system in the world. There is actually a better system. But this is my system, damn it. Even if it is like 20 times more work. Oh well, as long as it gets me sea lanterns, that's all that matters. But anyway, that'd be the bubbles. Sodium gives you solid 200, but normally 120s, yeah. Okay. I might look into sodium one day. I'm not sure. Everybody keeps talking about sodium this, sodium that. It's apparently the new hotness or something. I don't know. The month you got paid for is high as fuck. Oh, I know. The one time you gotta break down and buy that priority, the one time you choose to do so is the one time that Housemaster bots the server or pays a giant-ass YouTuber or whatever. Or Fit releases a video with him and Mr. Ninja. Or no, that's Mr. Beast. Him and Ninja. Ninja's just the name of the guy. I can't keep track of these guys, these big YouTubers' names. But yeah. The one time. It's the new fax hacks, really. What's in the new fax hacks that's so... Oh, you mean sodium is the new fax hacks in that it is the thing that has won the popularity contest. I see what you mean. Yeah, that's probably a good point. There we go. Heard you like Chrono Trigger. What's the best RPG to come out recently? Recently would be Octopath Traveler. That's the only one that I've played that's even semi-recent. Has anything to do with anything. I'm really enjoying Octopath. Like, seriously. Speaking of, I just hit the halfway point last night. Or early this morning, depending on when you see things. And yeah, it's just a fun little RPG. It reminds me so much of the olden days of RPGs where You had a very interesting high fantasy swords and sorcery style, you know, Final Fantasy, whatever. And I really miss those days. I really do. Hate the fact that sodium modify needs to exist. Feels like the game development teams at Mojang were more competent. They'd have fixed that 11-year-old code base. I guess. I know that the fault does not 100% lie with Mojang on that one. Optifine, the dev team, was given the chance to join. Because even Mojang, as stupid as they are, even they realize just how good something like Optifine is and how well put together it is. And so they got the chance to join in, and the Optifine devs said nope. They kind of just, I don't know. I don't know what they wanted. I don't know what they thought they were getting. Obviously, they're still going strong. So I don't know. But me personally, yeah, I would definitely have gone for that Mojang integration. Yes, this is a Guardian, Farm Touties. Welcome. Hadn't seen you in a while. Sad you had to stop watching stream and we'll get spoiled. Oh, that's fine. No, I'm not gonna like keep going about Octopath itself. I haven't said anything about. But yeah, as for big famous RPGs, I might play Chrono Trigger again for the umpteen millionth time because I've played it like I played it so much when I was in high school. I basically burned myself out on it. And the last time I played it was in like 2018 when I got a 3DS the year before. And I wanted the DS version just to have a physical copy of it. So I might be playing Chrono Trigger again at some point for a Freeform Friday. We'll see. It's a great game, obviously. Thoughts on Golden Sun? I never got Golden Sun. I never touched it. I only ever heard about it. I never actually played it. So I couldn't tell you anything about it. I don't have an opinion on a game I've never touched. I've heard it's really good, obviously. It was a Game Boy Advance RPG series, from what I understand, which was like really out of left field. But I also found a Super Nintendo Japanese-only game that eventually got a translation patch many years later, called Treasure Hunter G, and it was made by the same people who made Golden Sun. So, clearly there is a precedent for stuff like that. Those people know what they're doing, and I've heard good things about Treasure Hunter G. I would have to emulate that, which I wouldn't have a problem with, because apparently emulators are good, but they're also bad. Fuck if I know. Optifine capes are cool, I guess. Optifine capes are an interesting concept that really, I feel, is very underwhelmingly implemented. Because you can only put custom pictures, and you can... Or can you put custom pictures? I think you have to do something to get custom pictures. I don't know. One thing you like about it is the fact that I have a small chat, but I make everybody feel welcome. Oh, well, thank you, Bronxy. Or Boxy Nose Poker. Well, thank you. I try to. I don't know how good I am at it, but I try. Yeah, laid the groundwork for Golden Sun. Really? Okay. I will have to get into that. Hell, I may just emulate it. Game Boy Advance was made for RPGs, not the left. Yeah. Well, Game Boy Advance had a ton of RPGs on it. I guess this is like kind of the time where we got inundated with a lot of them, and some of them are more forgettable than others. More easily overlooked, I guess. So I don't know. The Game Boy Advance, I only had Pokemon, Metroid Fusion, Metroid Zero Mission, and... yeah, that's it. Oh, wait. Yeah, that's right. And I had a little Hamtaro game because my brother was really into Hamtaro around that time. Hamtaro... Ham Trouble something or another. And, yeah, that was it. Those are the only games I had for the Game Boy Advance. Now, I do know that, like, there were a ton of action-adventure games, platformers. The Game Boy Advance was an extremely diverse handheld. And that it was really, 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 really... Like, it was like the peak of the golden age of gaming And after the Game Boy Advance, the DS kind of picked up the slack, but not in quite the same way. And then after that, the golden age of gaming was long gone. Golden age of gaming ended at the end of the PlayStation 2. That was the end of the golden age of gaming. So who knows? I guess this is kind of like the silver age or the bronze age of gaming. Not quite the golden age. You still got good shit coming out. Still got a lot of really innovative things. You've got one of the best selling games of all time with one of the best potentials. You've got some really fun dynamic games. You've got really good artsy games that like aren't high off their own farts, and then you do have those as well. But you got like enough going that it's not terrible. You know what I mean? 30 seconds. So yeah, I don't know. This age of gaming is weird. It's its own unique beast. And I can really only call the late 80s to the mid 2000s the first golden age, simply because we have hindsight. We can look back on it with, you know, the benefit of hindsight and go, yeah, this was good because of this. You really can't do that quite yet with the with the late 2000s, 2010s. You can kind of look back on some of it and go, yeah, that was great. That'll make it into the history books. And then obviously a lot of the chaff will be forgotten because it's chaff, and chaff generally always gets forgotten. I found your dad's DS 3DS yesterday. Oh, really? What do you get? What games do you have for it? Sick with COVID and so glad you're streaming. Oh, thank you so much, man. I'm sorry you caught the virus. Like, it's not doing you too bad, is it? Like, you have your sense of taste. I hear that's one of the worst symptoms, is the sense of taste and smell loss. I don't know. I got my vaccine back about this time last year. It was like right away, the second they offered it, and I was working in the healthcare field at the time, so I was capable of getting it. I was eligible and all that, and yeah, it worked. I've never had it, so I can't really say that it's, you know, prevented me from getting it. But then again, if I'd never gotten, what would I potentially have come down with? Who knows? It's all so uncertain, you know? It's like if I get fire insurance. It's like if I get fire insurance for my house. What if my house never burns down? Yeah, exactly. But if you hadn't gotten insurance, maybe your house would have burned down. Who knows? Stop to use your DS because DS Lite's L's and R buttons have durability issues. And yeah. I will say that my buttons on my game, or no, on my 3DS, some of the buttons in that have already begun getting like input lag or input fatigue, I guess is the right phrase for it. Like when I press the B button, and it's even started with the A button now, it won't, like I really have to mash the button to get it to actually accept the input. There's one RPG that I loved, one RPG series that I really just in general I love. That's the Disgaea series. And so Disgaea had, the first Disgaea game had a DS port that I picked up and got for my 3DS many years ago. And that shit was fun. I loved the hell out of that game. And by the time I was getting toward the end of completing it, it was getting to the point where I could barely press the A and B buttons for accept and deny. You know, to operate dialogue boxes and such. It was kind of annoying. It really was. So I'm wondering if that's like a common feature that a lot of 3DSs rather, run into. No, you have your sense of taste. Good. I hope you do. I hope you keep it. Sorry, had to mute to talk about something. Okay, anyway. Where was I? Is my main hand on left. My game in-game main is left, but my IRL hand is dominant right. The only reason I've had to explain this so many damn times, and I imagine I'll have to explain it so many more. The only reason I used left is because when 2B2T updated to 1.9, the sudden addition of the offhand being on the right side of my screen, it, if I recall, it made my chords, because I would have my chords down here in the bottom, it made my chords that much harder to see, and it obscured chat and made things just like annoying. And so I was like, okay, I can change it, I'm just gonna change it. And then over time, it got less noticeable, so it wouldn't really matter anymore what hand I choose. But I've gotten so used to it being on the left, it just looks weird to me if I'm not right, or on the left, you know? And when I see other people playing Minecraft and they are not a left-hand dom, I'm like, oh god, that's weird. That's not where anything should be. Like, everything should be on the opposite side. It's very strange to me. But I've just kind of accepted it. This is how it is. Wow. Those Guardians got tossed up. I love it. Pretty much all the Pokemon games for the DS. A lot of Lego ones. Uh-huh. This Mario Spider's 10 years old you would have loved. Uh-huh. Interesting. Do I plan on streaming the race server? Yes, I got accepted. I've been meaning to go into this. I actually forgot to mention it until right now when you mentioned the race server. So there's this experiment. It's various races of... They're made-up races. There's mushroom, undead, spider, oh, and human. And each player and each race, being of a member of a certain race, will have certain benefits and certain weaknesses. And so the idea is it's a pseudo-anarchy environment. We're not allowed to hack, I don't think, so I will not be hacking. I think I'll be streaming it, but I might be recording it. I don't know. I genuinely don't know anything about it yet. Other than how it's laid out. Jesus, cat, shut up. And, yeah, I put in my application and I got accepted today. So that's something that will be starting at the end of January. I'm not entirely certain what to expect. I just genuinely don't know what people will do. So it'll be interesting. Oh my god, cat, shut up. You guys hearing this whiny bag of fur? Ugh, fine, I will let you out. Now then. So yes, it was a shock to me that I got accepted. Because I thought, oh, well, you know, I'll throw in my application, whatever, you know, they'll do what they do. I don't have any control over it. And, yeah, they were like, no, we wanted you in. I think some of them know who I am, actually, is the funny part. So I will definitely be doing that. The problem is I can't tell if it's a streaming thing, if it's encouraged to stream, or if I should maybe just record video. I couldn't tell you. Oh, hey, 0xd. 0xd8. Let's see here. What is my full name and address? Yeah, I'm not giving that out. Credit card, social security number? Yeah, none of that, no. This next one is a bit excessive. Fuck. Oh, fuck. No, please. Damn it. How? How? What? I drank it. How in the... Did I not have it in Viz? What the flying fuck? Did it... I don't know what happened there. There's no way. Or wait, maybe the second potion didn't count because they could all still track me. It's very weird. God damn, that was scary. I don't want to have to use that one if I don't need to. Where did I put that spare? There it is. Is that all? That's all of my totems. No. Okay, well, that's not undoable. Fuck. Phew. I was too busy talking and laughing. Okay, good. They don't notice me. Phew. Rip 2 totems, I know, right? Totem pop clears all pop. Oh, motherfucker. That is so fucking gay. Why is it... No, that should not be the case. A totem pop clears status effect. No, that's so... Don't clear positive ones. Mojang, what the fuck are you thinking? Thank you for clearing that up, Universals. I would not have known that. That is so... No. That is so bad. That wasted an invis potion. Fucking Mojang, I tell you. Them and their dumbass decisions. I cannot wait until I'm done. This project has single-handedly caused more damage and cost more time and effort and stuff. I've lost more totems, ironically, to this than anything else. I'm gonna have to fight a raid. Thankfully, I can do that. Maybe I can get... So I got 2 totems left, so that's not bad. That's not untenable. Yeah, that was almost it, exactly. I would have been backup. Bullshit. I make a backup every week just because I've done so much progress. So yeah, that would have been terrible. I would have had to resculpt all of this and relay down this entire foundation. Make a raid farm. I do plan on doing that. It's gonna be a while. But yeah, that will definitely be... That will be on the itinerary eventually. Thank fuck I had this wall here. Okay. Now then. Get my head back on. How many? Okay, 3 minutes 54. Gotta keep saying to myself what we're at. So that I don't lose track of time. Oh, hold on. Ah, Sleepy Bunny Plays. Thank you so much for subscribing, man. Imagine if I had ate the God Apple and then popped the totem. Oh, that would be so... I'm so glad I haven't had to use the second apple, but I know I'm going to end up wasting it. I might end up using it on the raid, depending on how bad things get. Boy, wouldn't that be ironic. Removing this is always a pain. Okay. 3 minutes. We're good, we're good. It's alright. Just keep track of time. See one of my guys' videos about Space Valkyrie in the history. You work really hard, but I'll end one day. Yeah. Yeah, that happened. You should watch my more recent episodes. Oh. I've got lots of, I've got 100 episodes of me building on Space Valkyria, so there's lots to see. Lots to know about. Now then, would I sell my bathwater? No. Bathwater, like, I don't get the obsession with bathwater. I know that was a Belle Delphine thing, but like, seriously. 1 minute 50. Yeah, it just, the bathwater, like, what even? It's a strange obsession some people apparently have. Just cause, you know, just cause, like, there's someone out there thirsty for you, that doesn't mean you need to, like, no matter how much money they may throw at your face, that doesn't mean you need to feed into that crazy obsession. Or that unhealthy obsession is really what it is. How am I so creative? I don't know, I've just played the game for, like, 12 years, like, experience, I guess. I know that's really not enough of an answer to, like, satisfy some people, but I'm just very, very, very accustomed to how the game functions. Now, I can't help but notice that the fishing ladder, the water stream, is not quite sucking them downward. Or not sucking them, blowing them outward, sorry. You know, causing them to fall down the edges. Where are we at? 34, okay. I go a little bit longer before having to drink another. The final potion. But yeah, no backup. YouTuber Minecraft Hardcore Worlds just because he drained a Guardian Temple and his computer couldn't compute. Wow, that sucks for him. Good thing that ain't me. This calls for the Depth Strider boots. You know you've been building in single player and creative. You're huge. Is huge, my guy, to a lot of work. Keep it doing it in your dream base. You'll have good with alpha. Okay. Well, use some punctuation there, Sleepy Bunny. But yes, I'm gonna keep going. Don't worry. Oh my god, I cannot fucking break this. There we go. These corners are a bitch. Now then. How do I stay motivated to play? You can never play a single player world for very long. Yeah, I used to have that problem too. Having somebody to show off for, and having some sort of people are interested to see this. That sort of thing. That helps me to kind of like formulate a goal in my mind. Okay, well I can do just a little bit more of this, so I can just go a little more here, a little more there. And that helps me to stay motivated. Obviously, you know, everybody's different, so like, that may not work for you. I don't know what'll work for you. I know what helps me, but I can't really like give you advice on what would be best for you. You know what I mean? You're just gonna have to like play it by ear and figure out what you can get away with, I guess. You gotta go, okay, we'll take care of 0xd8. Oh, but yeah, it's weird that people would ask something simply, or something as strange as for bath water. Back to my earlier point. Then the next question. What is my cat's name? Ellie. Like, that's... maybe I hadn't said at that time. I don't know. I thought that was kind of a... people know my cat's name is Ellie now. Because she's always so vocal when I'm streaming. She is the loudest cat I have ever had. Like, by a mile. She will let you know she exists. She will ensure you cannot ignore her. She'll make ignoring her extremely difficult. Oh, hey, Cringiest Nug? Interesting name. But yeah. What is my dad's favorite car? So the question's worded weird because it's my, as in the question asker's my, not your, as in my father. My favorite car has been my Toyota Camry. My father's was an old Honda that he lent me. Or, well, not lent, he gave it to me. But he gave it to me years and years and years and years ago. It was my first car. It was a really, really good car. It was a Honda 95 Honda Accord or 94 Honda Accord, something like that. Really old car. Almost about 5 years older, or 5 years younger than me. And that car nearly made it to antique status before finally giving up the ghost. And yeah, like, that car was really good, and my dad loved that car when he drove it. And now it didn't really matter. They have this Honda van of some kind. I don't know. You made it 4 years ago, but that's about... What? What'd you make? Sorry. Cats pound on my parents' door to feed them at 3 to 4 a.m. Yeah. Yeah. I've been feeding my cats at 3 a.m. after streams. Late night streams. Just so that they don't really bother me while I'm sleeping. And then I'll go to bed. And they're perfectly fine with it. Ever the Honda Acity truck? Best vehicle out there. Okay. 3 minutes. Well, if it's a good car, I mean, you know, that's really all that matters at the end of the day. If it gets you to point A to point B, and it doesn't give you trouble, it's reliable, it has a decent amount of fuel efficiency, so you're not wasting money on gas. Not too much money, anyway. No more than you have to. Then yeah. A good car like that is definitely something you should, you know, try to aim for. Oh, your name was something you got 3 to 4. Okay. It's a bit weird. Yes, it is. What's it even mean? Okay. Almost there. 2 minutes. Whew. I was in the archive before, and seeing the lands and Space Falcon interact, so cool. They're amazing builds. Oh, I know. I'm happy I at least made some of that. Like, the lands I was not really, at the time, it was just my base. I didn't think too much of it. But it ended up becoming a really cool, really fun experience for me. Sad it ended, of course, but... all things end. Some of you have probably heard me drone on and on about how all things are destined to end. A minute. I've got 1 minute 30 on Invis. But yeah, just kind of have to accept it. Oh my god, I'm almost done with this layer, please. Now then, what have we got here? Have I ever tried to code a hack client? Funny enough, yes, I did try to learn Java many years ago in a vain effort to try and get a hold of the source code for Pyrobyte's old client, Kino Rana had the source code and even gave it to me, funny enough. And he was like, he was done with it. And I was just never enough of a Java person to bother learning. And I just kind of gave up on it. I was trying to learn Japanese and learn Java code and just and I was building Space Valk 3 at the time on 2v2t. Like, one too many different irons in the fire, you know? And so I ended up basically giving up one of those, and that one was coding. I was never any good at Java. I barely learned the bare minimum for how the shit works. And I couldn't even code you a hello world. Do I have a Twitch account? I have a Twitch account, but I don't stream on Twitch. I don't ever intend to stream on Twitch. Just don't have a reason to, really. I think the source codes is on iTristan's GitHub. Well, that's nice, but like, I mean, I have the source code locally saved. I could pull up, and I have all these really, really old versions of Pyrobyte's client that I could just easily pull out from cold storage because I kept all of that shit. And it would do me no good because I don't know how to fucking do anything with it. I'm not a codist. I have no experience, no understanding of how it works. Like, I get the theory, but other than that, I'm not really. I'm not your go-to person when it comes to like computer code. Any sort of coding, really. Where'd I put that last speck of sugar? There we go. Okay. It occurs to me that I have been probably not sleeping in game like I ought to be. I'm probably gonna get deviled by phantoms here shortly. 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5. Okay. All right. Sweet. Well, this honey machine has definitely paid for itself at this point. There, that should be enough honey and slime for any real long-term project. Hello? What are you? Oh. It's the Wandering Trader. You sell anything good? Acacia saplings, dark oak. Packed ice. Ugh. I live right next to a glacier. That's useless. Shit, I can find a savanna, no problem. And light blue dye is an insult. There we go. These damn Endermen keep leaving dirt blocks everywhere. Grass blocks. It's annoying. The Bee movie was weird. Not quite sure what the Bee movie has to do with anything, but alright. You're trying to get your hands on old clients. Yeah, some of the old clients out there are really cool. And collect them because they're like ancient replicas. Well, you're not wrong. They are kind of ancient relics, aren't they? Have you gotten all the Notice versions? Because there are a bajillion versions of Notice. Notice was like insane. I can't believe there was a public client that was so good that far back that like everybody knew everything about. And that it was so common for as long as it was. Notice was, for those of you who are too young to know or remember, Notice was basically a it was Impact or Worst before Impact and Worst was even a thing, and it had no competition except, I guess, private shit. Damn it. Damn it. I picked up the tier but not the gun. Fuck. Gunpowder's precious. Gimme. But anyway, yeah. So Notice had basically no competition. It was fucky. It was actually kind of a really good client. Like, it wasn't too obnoxious with its interface, and like it was very customizable. It had just about anything you could ask for. You've got mini Notice versions as well. Yeah, that's definitely a thing to look for, is any versions of Notice you don't yet have. What else? Impact, Huzuni, Worst. What was another one? I'm trying to think what another really good client was back in the day. A lot of people loved using Forge hacks, so I'm sure you got a bunch of those. A lot of people love Aristois. Aristois wasn't too bad. There was another client called Metro and Energetic. Kinky, that was another big client. What else? Fuck. That's not supposed to go there. Wow, I can't even dive down into that. Oh well. So yeah, there are quite a few clients out there. Clients you have are Aftermath, Alias, Blizz, Elite, Infini, Mystic, Nexus. Damn, I've never even heard of some of these. Nexus, PB5, PB6, Pika, Revision, Rome, Secret, Xenocraft. Ooh, I remember Xenocraft. Inventory editors are the best. Yeah. Have you got Zombies Fly Mod? I think is what it was called. That was like one of the first hack clients ever used on 2B2T. Zombies Fly Mod. You would actually be able to fly with it back in like really, really early beta. It was legit. For a long time, like, that was actually a thing. I couldn't believe that when I first found out about it. What else was a really popular, really almost ubiquitous mod? Yeah, I can't think of any. The clients listed above were for beta? Damn, they had that many clients in early beta? Or, well, early release I can understand, but beta? What are we at? 5 minutes, okay. I find that so hard to, like, wrap my head around that many hack clients existed. You gotta go. Okay, take care, Touties. I asked Tristan for in-hack and he said no. Well, gee, what a shock. I really am not shocked at all that he wouldn't give you in-hack. Like, he would never give that to anyone. He'd give a ratted version of in-hack. Beta 1.7.3 clients were huge. But yeah, by that time, yes. By that time, Minecraft beta, that was like the peak of beta. And so everybody wanted to grief like Team Abolition. Speaking of Team AVO, you wouldn't happen to have anything from them, would you? How do I fucking fix this? There we go. Just trying to fix the water error. I don't really care too much about how it looks. But anyway, yeah, so everybody back then, because Team AVO was so popular, they desperately wanted to either get into Team AVO or, like, I don't know, grief servers, make their own griefing group. There were a lot of wannabes back in the day, I can tell. Thankfully, they all pretty well crashed and burned. And as far as I know, other than the fifth column, nobody's really succeeded Team AVO as, like, the terrorizing group of all, you know, to end all groups. Because there was just so many people who, they worshipped the likes of Team AVO. It was really quite stupid. Because, like, it wasn't that difficult to just do your own thing. Although in the age of automation, I don't know, I'm saying that from, like, that's a lot like, well, just invent the penicillin, dumbass. Like, you know, it's a bit historically tone deaf to be saying just, you know, oh, well, just invent the hack client. Just, you know, just invent the Copenheimer. You know, just invent the log4j exploit. Like, easier said than done. 2 minutes 30, okay. But at the time, especially in those days, Minecraft had so many holes in it that we would not figure out for years and years and years. I'm talking like, well, like no-coms and the lightning hack. We didn't even know that lightning coordinate thing. We didn't even know that withers and ender dragons would broadcast your coordinates globally. There's just so much shit about the game we did not have a damn clue about. It's really quite funny how much especially I, have learned and changed in the last 10 years. Because I want to say about 10 years ago, yeah, about this time, 10 or so years ago, I was looking at servers to play. And 2B2T came up, and this is around the time I think I was trying it out, or maybe I wasn't trying it out. I was like, I hadn't yet tried it out, but I was about to. Yeah, because I still had a job in 2012 around this time. Where are we at? Minute 19. And I was still working that job, and I hated it. Thankfully, I ended up quitting it. It's the best decision I could have ever made. And I ended up discovering 2B2T not too long after that. And it all worked out. I definitely got to spend more time on 2B2T than I think anyone realistically expected. I didn't have a job, I didn't have school, I didn't have anything in 2012. It was a really good year for me, honestly. But, you know, it is what it is. Anyway, and so I want to say this time in 2012 was like one of the last times that I like watched a Team AVO video. Because they were releasing stuff at that time, and you know, they were super popular. Everybody wanted to be them. I felt they were just hilarious. And they were. They were really well put together. Had a really suave front man and a really, really smart, able to sniff out exploit coder. Like, yeah, they could go crazy. The Rome team leaked the client decently rare and pretty much lost client. Oh, wow, it's a lost client. Did they have, like, really cool bypasses or really cool, I don't know, exploits of some kind? Because this was around the time No Cheat really took off, beta 1.7.3, because Notch had just patched a really big duplication bug, and there were, you know, like I said, a bunch of wannabe up-and-coming, you know, griefers, people who really weren't that great at it. But there were some people who knew what they were doing. So I gotta wonder, like, maybe some of these old clients had things in them. Drink and Biz. No, don't worry, I already did. Thank you for the reminder, Poncho Hamster. Don't worry. I'm keeping up with it, I swear. But yeah, I wonder if any of these older clients had bypasses and exploits that had to be rediscovered. I gotta wonder. Could some old hack have become lost technology that ended up being rediscovered? I don't know. You watched it well after it was thing in 2015, 2016, and it was hilarious, yeah. By then, though, people were kind of over the AVO thing, and they were like, you know, watch me crack this hacker on my server. Like, well, like the Camping Rusher. That's kind of what made the Camping Rusher so fucking popular, was that he could effortlessly sniff out these obviously real hackers. Yes. Look at me. This dude, he's on my pay-to-win faction server, and he's using a hack client. Boy, let's mess with them. Like, that's not even slightly intelligent. That's such brain-dead content. It's really quite remarkable how that style of content went over so well for so long. Oh, well. Let's just throw it all in here. But I'm just glad I never was into those types of fads. Like, I had more of a head on my shoulders. 5 minutes, okay. But yeah, there was a lot of demand at that time for AVO-like stuff. And then, funny enough, that gave way to the opposite, which was, you know, hacker busting, cheater exposing, etc., etc., like all that other dumb shit that people ate up for some reason. I want to say that was, what, 2013 to 2014, 2015, somewhere in there. That was when that was really popular. To be honest, you would have taken the ratted in hack from iTristan, since used it on VM and wouldn't a virtual machine, you wouldn't trust anything. Yeah, exactly. That is the exact right way to approach it. I would never run any of those clients without a quarantined environment like a virtual machine, because holy fuck, you have no idea. Now, I don't know, some of the old clients are probably safe, just because anything that would be in them, like a rat, would be utterly worthless, because whoever would have been running it is very likely no longer, you know, maintaining it. Oh shit, you fuck, get out of here. Would likely no longer be maintaining it, wouldn't know anything about it, wouldn't know you're even using it. I know there was like with Future, there's an authentication system where you would have to sign into a server to gain access to the client itself. And if you were not, you know, on a list of some kind, you would be unable to use that client. And so I gotta wonder, like, a lot of that shit's just not gonna work anymore, because if it's a 5, 6-year-old, 7, 8, 9-year-old client. I can't believe there are that many old clients, but yeah, if your client is that old, the odds are very good. Any authentication, if it would have had any, would be worthless. Because, yeah, nobody's running that shit. Why would they? Anyone who would have used it or been a part of that group is very likely moved on to, I don't know, rust griefing or some shit. Who knows? They wouldn't be doing, you know, they wouldn't be living the glory days of trashing pay-to-win servers with this or that. At least I don't think they would be. Cool. What are we at? 2 minutes. Okay, cool. Here's what happened. It's been fun, but you have to depart. Okay, take care, Boxy Nose. You've been a good chat participator. Rusher was your favorite YouTuber in 2015. Uh-huh. So you liked that style of content where we bust the fake cheater that I totally didn't plant on my server. Yeah. That shit was always... I saw literally one video and could tell right away what his formula was. But I'd like to talk more about the Pyrobyte private client. I loved when I mentioned the bow spam. Oh yeah, Pyrobyte's client. Ooh, let's see here. So Pyrobyte's client had one of the first that I saw working glides. I might try to fire up like a single player world or some shit just to try and get that to work. Because Andrew, when he set up the book hacks, he had to run a multi-MC installation just to get the damn thing working. And I don't want to have to fool with that if I don't have to. So some of these older clients and older hacks, like some of the older Notice and other things, may not work just because, you know, multi-MC may be necessary. We'll see. Sorry, I have to take a drink. Anyway, so Pyro's client. Oh boy, Pyro's client. Bow spam in early 2014 was the shit. You would essentially be firing an arrow probably every other tick. So 1/10 of a second, roughly. You would be firing an arrow every 10th of a second at whatever you were aiming at. And it was the equivalent of a fully drawn back bow shot. Did full damage. And you could run through a good 3 or 4 stacks of arrows. And the annoying part was we didn't have mending. So even with unbreaking, your bow would be shot, no pun intended, in like a solid minute of firing. You would just whittle down the durability of your bow super quick. But it was a machine gun. You were just firing arrows out at a rapid rate, and it was a fully drawn back bow. And with Power 5, you could make short work of anyone like that. And they were just, it was so cool. Because, like, the only annoying part was, this was that meta, that PvP meta, where everybody had stacks of God apples and like 4 sets of God armor on their person at all times. And so there was no killing anyone with this, because you would whittle down their durability on their armor, but people were like invincible in this day and age. And you really couldn't expect to kill anyone effectively, but it was really fun to fuck with people, basically. I deserve way more subs. Well, thank you, Mr. Pancake. Spread the word. Make that happen, I guess. I don't know. Jesus, Pyro Client sounds amazing. I really liked it because it was extremely lightweight, and it didn't have a very imposing, intruding GUI. 6 minutes, 30 seconds. And most things worked. Most of the things, because see, at that point, I was so used to Notice at that point, where most things were patched. you were lucky to get 2 or 3 really good working bypasses. And that was it. And we just kind of took that to be the norm. And then I got a hold of Pyro's client, and it was night and day. I could get most things to work. We had a working glide. That's how we got out to Space Valk 1. Actually, come to think of it, I think I may do that as my last act of the stream. Just to demonstrate what it was like. Let me do a once-over of this area. Okay, cool. So I'm going to put signs around this edge here. Just to stop the water from flowing off. And then I'm going to remove the water inside the trough and make a collection stream to funnel them to a kill area. Yeah, we'll see. 5 minutes. Cool. Okay, I'm really happy with how this has turned out, honestly. Wow, you can't dive into this at all. Like, you can try, but you'll just be pushed back. Damn. These fuckers won't pathfind the edges. They, like, try to keep diving down. Thankfully, even they can't swim against the current. So, over time, it definitely does push them toward the edges. Yeah, you can see more of them spawning as they rise up. Guardians, rise up. Whee. Okay, cool. So we got a few potions left over for whenever I try to drain the water. It's going to be a pain, but I think it'll be doable. One sponge should take away enough of the water in the trough to prevent it from, like, respawning or regenerating all the area. So yeah, I'll do that next stream. But anyway, one last bit before I go. I want to say it's this world. How am I going to kill those guardians? Fall damage, entity cramming, campfires? I believe we agreed on campfires. But I do need to, like, collect them in one area. Okay, so this is my experimental world for Space Valk 1. We won't worry about that. I was trying to generate a sphere to, like, cover this area, but I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, so you see over here, I also added sea lanterns. Let me jack up the render distance big again. So you can see where I added sea lanterns. That was just for my own shits and giggles. Now I'm trying to find it. Might have to locate it with F3. That's odd, I can't see it. Did I delete all of it? I think I did. Well, damn, if I deleted it all, I don't have it anymore. There we go. Perfect. I knew it'd all load in. Okay, so I didn't delete it. Good, good. So this was the, funny enough, this was the server lobby for the old vault. Who remembers the vault? Well, the vault was going to be basically what the archive ended up becoming in Complete Dragon 0 out of 10. Yeah, it was owned by Spartan 512 many, many, many years ago. And the idea was basically it was just going to be a way to preserve builds on 2B2T. That was really all it was meant for. Hold on, I gotta look at something real quick. Night at 6. Ah, shit. No life is in 8 minutes. No. Okay. Sorry, I was getting distracted. Now there was... Or no, there wasn't, I guess. Ground zero. I don't know what that meant. What that was for. One last thing about Pyro's client. If I can find it. The area... I may have deleted the area out here. That may have been what I did. Let me look at something real fast. Come on. Bullshit, you can't find the word space. Okay, I must have called it something different. Motherfucker, what did I call it? There we are. 402,000. There it is. Okay, so I did delete it. Damn. So this was on the vault itself. And out here, they saved the bedrock that had downloaded. They world downloaded it all. And the bedrock that was originally, just off of Space Valk. And so what we did was, so pretend the bedrock is like down here. And so what I did was I built up a tiny little ladder on a 1 block tall thing. And I shot myself with an arrow and activated the Pyro Client glide. And it would allow us to glide from the top of that ladder all the way down to here. With a certain special setting, we could land like right here. And so we use an Ender Pearl to land and safely make it to the original Space Valk. And so that was one of the interesting things about it. And so we were about 500, 600, something like that, blocks away from the nearest anything. We were way out of render distance, so you had to know where to go. And even then, we still got found through various exploits, but you get the idea. It was something. I don't think I'll be building Space Valk 1 here and touching it up. I'll probably be doing that on the Space Valk 3 world download. But yeah. Was I at Space Valk when I got the useless command block? Yes, I was, and I will show you right where I was when I got it, too. Hold on. I was, like, right over here. Pyro was like, hey, Jack, you want something cool? Here. And I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. We were using an infinite dirt block. He was using one, and I was using another infinite dirt block. And we were filling in all the dirt here in this area. And he was like, here's some cool goodies I got for you. And he gave me the command block. And you know what I tried to do with it? I was like, what happens if I place it? And the moment I place it like that, a tick later, 1 tick later, pops back in my inventory. And that's it. Nothing happened. And I was unable to make use of it. And it was gone. That was the end of it. And I was like, well, shit. And I no longer had the command block. The thing got deleted. It was gone. And I was like, well, so much for that. And that was the end of it. So, yeah. I will be catching y'all later. Thank y'all for coming out. Thank y'all to those who donated, those who just care to watch me, I guess. I will see y'all later. I'm going to go do no life now. Take care.